It's a bit dark in here, don't we think? Give me a second. Whey, there is light, there is light. Welcome back to an AVFC vlogger video where I am fully organised and prepared. Right, so it's about that time of the year again where I sit down with you guys. I give you my absolutely incredible football opinions on the new 2022-23 Premier League season. And this year, I am so confident that I will get 15 out of 20 predictions right that I bet, I bet a fiver to all of you watching that I'll get 15 out of 20 right. You know what? Let's get straight into it because I ain't wasted no time in this video. 20th, Brentford. Okay, starting the video with a slightly controversial one. I just think they're going down. I'm going to be honest. I just think Brentford's second season syndrome is going to absolutely kill this team. And it's a bit of a shame because I do quite like Thomas Frank. But, you know, Christian Eriksen has just left Brentford to join Man United, obviously. And without Eriksen last season, Brentford weren't great, were they? They were struggling to score goals. They were in a relegation dogfight. And Eriksen's assists and goals and experience just boosted Brentford completely. And now he's gone. I actually think Brentford are in trouble. As some of you guys may also know, I also really don't rate Toney. I actually think Ivan Toney is single-handedly the most overrated player in the Premier League. And I honestly can't see him getting more than 6-7 goals this season. They have made some good signings. They've got Ben Mee at the back, and they've also signed that new left back, I'm pretty sure. And I think you're going down. 19th, Nottingham Forest. Again, that's quite a bit of a sad one for me. I actually really like Forest. I think that they're a class side. I think they're a proper team. Their history is a lot bigger, and the size of their club is a lot bigger than a lot of the teams in this league. But this season, I just think they're going to go down again. I really like Steve Cooper. I think in the future he's going to be a cracking manager despite that he has on his face. Honestly, I think I've seen a stat that it was like 7 of the 11 players that Forest got promoted with in the player final last season were on loan, and I think they've only signed 2 of them. Keenan Davies, Max Lowe, Jed Spence have all gone to different clubs or staying at their clubs that they've got, and I think the only player they've signed is Johnston, I do believe, and Jesse Lingard. I do think that Jesse Lingard will be very good for Forest. I think he'll get a lot of goals and assists, but I'm sorry, I just don't see Forest staying up. I'm sorry. 18th, Southampton. If I'm being honest here, I wouldn't be surprised if Southampton stay up and have an alright season or overperform, because a lot of people putting them in the relegation zone, including me. But I'm going to be honest, lads, I just want to be different. I don't want to just put the promoted teams in the bottom 3 like a lot of people are doing. I want to be different, and Southampton, unfortunately, you're the team that is making this list a little bit more creative. However, they still don't have a striker. Shea Adams, Adam Armstrong are just a bit atrocious, to be honest, even though Adam Armstrong did score versus last season and win Southampton the game. I just don't think it's enough. They've not signed anyone that's, you know, sticking out to me loads, and I think towards the end of last season they had a really poor run. I think they only picked up 5 from a possible 36 points come towards the end of last season, and we even beat them 4-0. Villa winning 4-0 against a team, it's just, you don't see that very often. Villa beating a team by more than 3 goals is, you know, just as likely as Addison Rae not turning up to any football match that she's getting paid to go to. I wouldn't be surprised if Southampton stay up, so I am sorry, Saints fans, but you're in the relegation zone. 17th, Leeds. Again, another team, Leeds, that definitely could finish higher than what I'm putting them. But again, I'm just trying to be a little bit different. And also, the main factor for putting Leeds so low for me is that they had Kelvin Phillips and Rafinha last season. And the Leeds literally just survived by the skin of their teeth on the last day of the season last season. And obviously, as I'm pretty sure all of you know, Calvin Phillips has gone to Man City and Rafinha's gone to... And with Leeds doing so bad with them two, I don't see how they're going to do that much better without them. Again, they only had 9 wins last season, and a lot of them came towards the start of the season or in the middle of the season. And again, they've just got no end product, Leeds. I feel like Patrick Bamford isn't going to be great this season, and they've just got no real goals. 16th, Bournemouth. Again, a team that everyone seems to be dissing, Bournemouth. I wouldn't be surprised if they go down, but I'm trying to get a little bit creative, a little bit different with the list. So I put Bournemouth, I think 16th. I really like Scott Parker. Maybe not the best manager for a Premier League job, as proven, but I really like him. And I think Bournemouth are going to be a bit interesting this season. They've had some great players in Ryan Fredericks and Tavernier from Middlesbrough, who again is a class player, a class signing, and I think he's going to get a lot of assists and a lot of goals for Bournemouth this season. I think he's really going to shine in their squad. Solanke also, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 7 to 10 goals. So, you know what, Bournemouth, I'm having a bit of faith in you. All three of your kits are really nice, and I think you're going to stay up in style. 15th, Fulham. Again, this might be a little bit ambitious for Fulham, but maybe a little bit of biased considering how close I got with the Fulham fans at the last day of their season against Sheffield United last season. Obviously, I was there in the concourse with the Fulham fans, and I really enjoyed myself, so maybe a little bit biased. But Fulham, I'm backing them to stay up this season. I'm backing Fulham to finally not become a yo-yo club. I'm backing them to maybe have 2-3 years in the Premier League, a bit of a spell to build up the budget to obviously increase their stadium, and I'm backing Fulham to survive this season. Marco Silva is one of my favourite managers in the entire league. I think he was really class with Hull, and I think, was it Everton he was with? I think done him a bit dirty and sacked him quickly. So you know what, Fulham, I think you'll have a good season. However, can we just talk about John Mikel Sarri? He went from being linked with Barcelona and Chelsea and being the star player for Fulham to go sign for Hull City, from promoted Fulham to Hull City. I was with the Fulham fans and they really loved him last year, and, you know, that transfer is just as weird as, you know, me going to, like, wear a Leicester or a Coventry shirt or something. Shit. I think Marco Silva and Mitrovic will have a great season, and they've just signed Bernd Leno.
Sorry, what?
Again, he'll be pretty good for them. So, come on, Fulham. 14th, Everton. I think Everton will have a better season than last season, obviously finishing pretty low for Everton's standard. But I think, even with Richarlison sold, I think they'll be all right. They've got Dwight McNeil. They've got a pretty decent squad. I still don't think Frank Lampard is the man for Everton, because obviously Everton want to be pushing the top half of the table, European football. I still don't think Frank Lampard's the man, but I think Everton will have a pretty decent season, and I think they'll come 14th. Also, a lot of people putting Everton lower. Let's make a deal. If Everton don't come 14th or higher this season, then I will go to Anfield and set off this blue smoke bomb outside Anfield and just keep screaming the words Everton. 13th, Wolves. Wolves, just Wolves, innit? They're a cemented Premier League side. They've got an alright manager. They don't score a lot of goals. They keep a lot of clean sheets, and they'll be alright. 12th, Crystal Palace. Again, it's just Crystal Palace, innit? These guys do not stop getting between 40 and 50 points. It's actually a bit ridiculous. I like the signing of Decore. They've managed to keep players like Zaha, Eze. Obviously, Conor Gallagher leaving is a little bit of a big miss. He wasn't great coming towards the end of the season, but Palace again, Vieira, they'll be fine. 12th place again for Palace. 11th, Brighton. Brighton, can we just talk about when Mark Cucurella said this?
Gaffer, next season put me in the bench. I don't like to speak English.
I didn't think he was actually being serious and he was going to move to Chelsea or Barcelona or wherever the hell he's going. Also, it was confirmed earlier that transfer news about Cucurella going to Chelsea was basically a load of crap, which is just, you know, completely ridiculous. Fabio Romero, yeah, he's in the bin. He's dead. He's gone. He's finally got something wrong. Anyway, Brighton 11th. I was going to put them higher. I've seen a lot of people putting Brighton 18th, 17th, 16th. It's not going to happen. Brighton are a class side, and although last season they finished 9th and they weren't great towards the middle of the season, they had a big drought. Brighton will be completely fine this season. Again, the only thing Brighton need is goals. If Brighton had a proper goal scorer with the football that Graham Potter and Brighton like to play, they'd be a really, really good side. But, you know, just Neil Maupay, and they've got no other creativity going forward. But Brighton, they'll be fine this season. They'll push towards the top half of the table. 10th, Aston Villa. I'm putting Villa 10th. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Where's he going to put Villa? It's 10th. It's really not that exciting. We'll be all right. We haven't really got a goal scorer. Watkins and Ings, I'm not too sure about. But I think we'll have a bit of a better season under Gerrard. We'll build on from last season. I think we've made some great signings in Diego Carlos. But in general, I don't see us finishing above any of the teams I've put above us. And we'll be all right. Let's just hope for some better away games this season, because we didn't have too many come towards the second half of the season. But Villa's a bit of a weird one. A lot of people are putting us like 15th, 16th, and a lot of people are putting us like 8th, 7th. If Villa don't get somewhere in between 13th and 9th, then I will burn this Philippe Coutinho scarf. I will burn it on camera for you guys. My favourite scarf, my favourite piece of clothing. I'll do it because we're not getting that high and we're not getting that low. Ninth, Leicester. Again, not much going forward, but I think Brendan Rodgers football, he's been there for 3 or 4 years. Leicester, finished 8th, 13th, and I think they finished 8th again last season. They'll be fine. I don't think they'll be pushing for Europe. I don't think they'll be down the bottom. I think Leicester will be fine. 8th, West Ham. I just think with, their new signings, Sakama and Newgard, I don't know how you say it, but there's 2 very decent signings. They've managed to keep on to a lot of players. I think Jared Bowen again will shine this season. I don't think West Ham will get Europe. I think they will fall short, but, the keeping of Declan Rice and the football that David Moyes can play, I think West Ham will be good this season. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish or they push for Europa League, but for me, I think they'll get 8th. 7th, Newcastle. I think Newcastle will have a really good season this season. I don't think I'm the first person to think that. I think a lot of people have put Newcastle in the top half of the table, but Eddie Howe, when he took over, took them from 20th, bottom of the table, to 11th, and at one point it was looking likely that Newcastle were going to get that 8th, 9th position. So I think this season, I think they'll have a really good season. I think the Saudi Arabia ownership will push Newcastle even further. They've made some absolutely great signings. They've not just gone for the money signings, the big Mbappe and Haaland and what everyone thought. They've gone for the tactical signings. They've signed Kieran Clark, Matt Targett, Isaac Hayden, Botman and Nick Pope, all signings that go straight into the Newcastle starting 11, all signings that are very, very class, and they've kept on to a lot of good players like St. Maximin and Joe Linton, and I think Newcastle will have a great season this season. 6th, Manchester United. Is it just me that's, not too sure on this Ten Hag guy? Me, the Ralph Ragnick, the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hype was incredible. The Ralph Ragnick thing, oh yeah, he's the god of football. He created Klopp, he created Guardiola. This guy is going to win us the Premier League, and it just didn't happen. I don't even think they got Europe. No, they did. They snuck into Europe by 1 point last season, and they've just not really signed anyone either. I don't think that's major. They've been chasing Frankie de Jong for the last whole transfer window. They've signed that Martinez guy, and I think they might have signed that Anthony, but apart from that, United will get sick. I'm still not sure on Ten Hag and what United are going to be like this season. 5th place, Chelsea. It'll be another season for Chelsea fans where there's not that many goals and there's a lot of clean sheets. They've brought in Sterling, they've brought in Koulibaly. I don't think they'll get European football. I don't think they'll get Champions League, sorry. I think Chelsea will be okay. 5th place, it's not terrible. Maybe it's not what Chelsea fans really want, but I think you'll get 5th. 4th, Arsenal. Here we go. This is the time. This is the Arsenal that's finally going to break through in this incredible Premier League season, and they're going to have a good season, and they're going to prove people wrong. Some great signings in Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Saliba, Vieira. Some class signings. Jesus, people's fancy. He's in mine. He's had an amazing pre-season. He'll be banging the goals in from Arsenal. Zinchenko, great signing. I'm excited to see what they do. I think they're going to get Champions League. I think they're going to finish above Chelsea and Man United, and I think Arsenal will be alright. Let's do another wager, another maybe final wager. If Arsenal don't get top 4 football this season, then I will jump in the nearest canal and scream the name of whoever comes above Arsenal to finish 4th. 3rd, Spurs. I actually had Spurs 2nd for build up to this list and to this video, but with a certain result which I'll talk about in a minute happening last weekend, I think Spurs are going to finish 3rd and miss out on that top 2. See, again, an amazing transfer window for Tottenham. Jed Spence, Richarlison, Perisic, Lenglet, just to name a few. Conte are going to have Spurs playing again some great football. It's just a bit scary, isn't it, thinking about Son, Kane, Perisic, Kulusevski all coming at you at once, and then Richarlison to bring off the bench, Lenglet at the back. I don't think it's very difficult. I think Spurs will easily get top 4 this season. Last 2, Manchester City or Liverpool. Who have I put top and who have I put 2nd? 2nd, Liverpool. I was surprisingly close to putting Liverpool 1st or 3rd because of that, but that result happened in the Community Shield where they smashed City 3-1 and played quite well. So before that I had Liverpool 3rd, and then I moved them up to 2nd, and then I was thinking about putting Liverpool 1st, but with the loss of Mane, I just think I think Liverpool are going to miss out again. Obviously, I don't really talk about how good Liverpool are, but I do think they'll get 2nd. And 1st place, I've got City, the champions. I think Haaland, I don't think he's going to bag the 30 25 goals that everyone's thinking. I think he's going to get around 16, 17. So I think he's going to have a good season. I think City are easily going to storm the league. I don't need to talk about the how good they are. Cry again when Grealish lifts the title. Like, Grealish, what a cup. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. There's a few controversial ones in there. The Brentford shout, the Southampton shout, the Fulham shout, the Chelsea shout. There's quite a few in there. I think I've done pretty well. I think I've been pretty ambitious. So the season is coming in a few days. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Bournemouth away on the first game of the season. Don't miss my video that I'm going to make. Come on. Let's go. Let's get this Premier League season underway. And let's see Villa hopefully get European football. And I made a few forfeits. Can someone pin or comment the forfeits that I'm going to have to do next season? But no, I'm not going to do any of them because I'm going to be right. I'm going to be spot on. Follow my Instagram and my TikTok. Link in the description. Go do it. If you don't, you're an absolute mug. Subscribe if you're new. And make sure that subscribe button is not red by the time you click off this video. Smash a like if you agree with my opinions. Comment below if you don't. Dislike it if you want. I don't really care. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See you soon. Up the Villa. What a season it's going to be.